We always begin with gratitude. So I want to thank you for being here and for doing whatever it is you needed to do to show up here and to be here in this space. I'm so honored to have your energy and your presence here. I'm LA and I'm a holistic wellness therapreneur and the creator of this channel, Reconnect with You. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. If my vibe and energy or any of the contents of this channel resonate with you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be posting videos on Sundays for hashtag Solitude Sunday to send y'all some good vibes to start off the week. This channel has a primary focus on wellness and will include sound baths, affirmations, tips for different aspects of wellness, and short talks focused on you and your relationship with yourself, which is the foundation for all of your other relationships and aspects of your life. So, are you ready to reconnect with you? If so, come on in and get comfortable, whatever getting comfortable looks and feels like for you. Today is a special day. It's actually a celebration today. I am celebrating 365 consecutive days of gratitude journaling, y'all. I'm super excited to share a part of my journey with y'all. I want to share with y'all 3 things that I learned and observed in the process. But before I do that, I wanted to share a little bit with you about how I got started. So I read a book about the law of attraction. It's called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I read that book back in 2012 and I was inspired by that book to start my gratitude journaling practice. My practice was never consistent though. I would kind of do it here and there, but could never really keep up with it. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm actually going to do a separate video with some tips for how to approach gratitude journaling and just more about the benefits of gratitude journaling. But here in this video, I want to focus on 3 of the things that I learned and observed in the process, and also leave you with 3 tips for gratitude journaling. The first thing that I observed is that sometimes we tend to judge our experiences of gratitude. I have been very critical of myself and I've gotten better about that over time, but I noticed that when I was looking back on different journaling entries, or even when I would sit and do my gratitude journaling, that I would be paying attention to, or kind of counting and judging, so to speak, the number of things that I will write in a given day. What I mean by that is that there, let's say on one particular day I wrote 7 things, and then another day I wrote 30 things. On the day that I wrote 7 things, I may feel bad about, well, maybe I'm not being grateful enough because I didn't write more things. The other thing is that I found myself paying attention to items that I would repeat. So one thing that I have pretty consistently wrote, maybe not every single day, but most of the days when I look back on my journaling, is I would write that I'm grateful that the sun is shining, or that the sun rose, the sun came up. I even remember a rough period in my life where every single day for I can't remember how long, I wrote that I was grateful that I got out of bed. Another thing about judgment that I remember saying to myself is, well, I can't write that today because I wrote that the other day, or I've written that a few days in a row. Once again, it's all about maintaining your practice and not necessarily judging your practice. Practice that is intended to be about positivity and about self-compassion, your judgment can even penetrate that particular experience or practice for you. The second thing that I noticed or observed that I was doing is that I was placing limitations on my gratitude practice. I would try to fit all of my gratitude journaling items onto one page. It's like I would feel some kind of way if it went over into the next page, because I'm like, well, this next page is for the next day. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you limiting yourself to this one page, or placing limitations on your gratitude practice in any kind of way? So the third and last thing that I want to share with you that I observed and that I noticed in my journey is perfectionism. I am definitely a perfectionist. Once again, I'm working on it. I have gotten a lot better at it. At the end of the day, when I would sit and do my gratitude journaling, I would be thinking to myself, well, did I get everything? And especially on those days, like I mentioned earlier, where I may have only written a few things, it's like, well, maybe I wasn't present enough, or, did I write, am I writing down every single thing that I was grateful for today? And I realized that I was being a perfectionist even with my gratitude practice, as if the gratitude police are going to come and give me a ticket for not writing enough items. If you're watching this video, you're interested in gratitude journaling, you're interested in starting a gratitude journal, or maybe you are wanting to continue your practice and you're just looking to learn more about what other people's practices might look like, I want to leave you with 3 tips that I have for you for gratitude journaling. Number 1 is that there is no right or wrong way to practice gratitude. The only wrong way to practice gratitude is to not practice at all. Tip number 2 is to have a system of accountability or a way to celebrate yourself and your victories along the way. I'll give you an example of what that looks like. Let's say you've completed 10 days of gratitude journaling. Making sure that you note that in your gratitude journal or doing some type of small celebration for yourself. And I did a separate video about how to celebrate yourself that I will actually pin to this video if you're looking for some ideas for how to celebrate yourself. But it's really important just to motivate and encourage yourself along the way. And if you have shared your gratitude journaling practice with others, they may be encouraging you and they may ask you about it, but it's also important for you to kind of use your own inner resources in ways that you can encourage yourself along the way. Tip number 3 is done is better than perfect. So there were some days when I might have been really, really tired, or I might have been sitting and doing my journaling when I was sleepy or when I just hadn't had the best day. And I noticed on those days, those might have been days where I didn't write as much in my gratitude journal, and that's okay. Making sure that you are sticking with the process and that you complete the process is better than not doing it at all. Know that your practice is not going to look the same every single day. For those of you who are new here, I like to leave my viewers with a prompt for reflection or journaling at the end of every video. The journaling or reflection prompt for today's video is, what have you learned or noticed in your gratitude practice? And I am going to also leave y'all a bonus question, so to speak. Let's say you don't feel like you have a gratitude practice. I want you to reflect on what is preventing you from having a gratitude practice. Well, that is what I have for y'all for today. I look forward to connecting with y'all again soon. But in the meantime, reconnect with you. Namaste.